Hey, what's going on, guys? Your boy Juan Mango here. We got a deck profile from Iron Vanguard. Everybody go crazy. Yes, go ninjas. So, Iron Vanguard, what are you letting us see today?
Alright, it's gonna be the deck profile of the witches. Of course, this is Japanese. I don't think he minds being in on his channel. Some people do, but it's the witches from the Japanese format, which is from the newest extra booster set. And of course,
witches?
It's
what are you talking about?
Shadow Paladin version.
We don't understand about witches. All right, so go ahead and do your profile.
Alright, as a starter, of course, I am running the Creeping Dark Goat. There is no other better starter than this card because it searches you a grade 3. And the other good thing is it actually goes into Soul. So it's a really good card for Soul Blasting for the witches. Running 4 Fionas. Alright, so she's actually the thing that you've seen in the anime where you, when you Legion, like it's not on the turn, you can keep activating it. They're both act abilities. On Legion, you can counterblast 2, target 2 cards in the opponent's field. Look at the top 10 of the opponent's deck. They get to choose what cards they want to put. They have to put zeros on the field, replacing those cards. And then she has a second ability where if the opponent has 2 or more zeros on the field, I can sack the same card as her. Or if she's at Legion, she can sack the other one, draw 2 cards for it.
It seems kind of ridiculous.
It's kind of like, I don't know, like I had a matchup with the Warlock in 36, like the seal. It's kind of like Seal Dragons in a way, except we're replacing them with zeros. So I mean, it kind of works. I mean, she's not really the main card for me. She's more like a side card.
She's a side chick?
Yeah, she's a side chick. Yes, she's a side chick. Honestly, for my deck, the main card is Rios. She's ridiculous. She's actually the better card than her. Fiona is more of a setup card. She's actually the pusher. So her ability, I can counterblast 2, target 1 card, top deck 5 cards, and the same thing, Panyanana. And she has another effect when she legions. I can retire the witch, and the opponent gets -5 for each witches that, each zeros that they have on their field. So if they have like 4 zeros on their field, it's gonna be -20.
On their Vanguard.
On their Vanguard. I mean, this deck's really good. It's been really underrated on my opinion. Like, it's really good. Just gotta know when to push. And then going to grade 2 lineups, of course, I'm running the mates. She's a 12k attacker. Nothing else. She's the mate. And then this card's ridiculous. I guess her name's like Dendron or something. Her effect, when she's called on the field, I Soul Blast, target a card on the opponent's field, switch it with the 0 on the drop zone. It's good, it's good setup. Just get rid of their interceptors, more zeros on their field. And then of course the last 3 grade 3s I run are the 12k attackers from the Genesis clan. Which if I have a witch Genesis, a witch Vanguard, she gets an extra 3k, so she's another 12k attacker.
So she is a Genesis.
Same thing.
But she works with shadows.
It actually works because there is no Lord in Legion.
Okay.
So you can still run her without having problems.
That's ridiculous.
It works. But of course in the legal format, you can't mix clans. So I mean, she probably won't work. That's probably why she hasn't been topping. Alright, so I run the grade 1 version of the Dendron, the Panina kind of thing. I Soul Blast, target a card, and switch it with the drop zone for a 0. Really good card, and she's a 7k booster out of all. I mean, that itself is really good. And then I run 4 of her. Her effect, if the opponent has 2 or more zeros on their field, I can retire 1 witch on my side of the field and -5.
Now, with all the witch abilities, I'm saying that your opponent has to put their. Does he have to put them? Does he have to choose to put them, or can he leave them in the deck?
No, they have to put it out.
They have to put it out. So it's not like, let's say, Seal Dragon, that you look at top 4 for grade 2. You don't have to. You can put it back in the deck.
But
this one you have to.
You have to. You're forced to.
Okay.
Of course, like if there isn't a 0, I mean, of course you have no choice. But if there's a 0,
but your monsters get destroyed.
Well, more like a switch, like retire and put back. Yeah.
Okay.
So destroyed, yeah. But I mean, the unfortunate thing about her is she's a 6K, but the opponent's getting -5, whatever. Works. And then of course I run the 2 Iron Rods, because she's actually a witch card. I like her better than the other one where if the opponent has a 0 on the field, I can switch. Her, I can do it on the first turn, and I can keep doing it without any restrictions. So she's really good in this deck. And of course, for Legion, you need 4 cards in the drop zone. So she actually helps doing that really quick because I drop and draw, drop and draw for 3 turns. So
yeah, that's pretty good.
I can Legion right away. So she's really nice. And then I am running 4 Genesis Perfect cards, the Witches. She's like Witch of Strawberries or something. The reason why I run Perfect cards instead of Quintet Walls, 1, I use too many Counterblasts already. And then 2, I think Quintet Walls are just bad in general. Perfect cards are more accurate on their guarding because Quintet Wall is kind of iffy, you know. What if you get like 3 grade 3s on that check, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want to miss at a critical situation.
And you can run the Genesis one?
Huh?
You can perfect guard with the Genesis one?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Because it doesn't say which clan I have to discard or which clan I'm guarding for. So really nice. Legion, like you can mix stuff, but it's really nice. And then of course, I'm just running 12 crits, 4 heals. The reason why I did this, I tried many builds, 4 draws, 8 crits, stands, whatever, like, I tried everything. It seems like this deck has no pressure, so if I run anything else, the opponent won't guard as much. So I want them to guard or, you know, take more damage and just push them from there, so criticals are just always so good.
Alright, and well, playing this deck, what have you said it hasn't been fun? Is it like, do you think it's going to be competitive when it comes out, or what do you think about it?
Well, honestly, I think it really depends on the how they do the tournament, because if they are allowed to mix clans, this is definitely a deck that's really good. Of course, on the competitive scenes, there's too many metas that are, there's too many meta decks that are good, so I can't say this is a top tier deck. But I highly recommend it because it's really fun to play. You know, that kanyanana kind of thing. It's good.
Well, I really don't have any more questions about it. I think it looks amazing. I actually want to play against it sometime and then put it up on my channel. But anything else to say to the people out there playing, maybe expecting Japanese or maybe wanting to get into Japanese cards, or like any advice?
Any advice, just play how Vanguard is, because either you're gonna get sacked or you're gonna sack. I mean, it's a game, so just enjoy the game. Play the decks that you like is what I recommend. You know, Mango here plays all Kageras, so I mean, he enjoys it, right? I mean, it's not like you hate it and play, right?
What? No, I love it.
Yeah, exactly. You love it. So just play the deck that you love, and of course, make sure you subscribe to Mango.
Well, and make sure you're subscribed to Iron Vanguard if you already haven't subscribed to him. But one more question is, what if somebody's looking to get into Japanese, you know, just get into Japanese cards or whatever?
What decks do I recommend?
Well, not decks, but what decks do you recommend, about any advice on like maybe shipping or trading or doing stuff like that with Japanese cards? Or would you even recommend somebody to actually do it? Is it super expensive?
The Japanese cards are actually cheaper than the English, like, because like what right now is set 14. The Ignition Dragons were like, when I picked it up, it was like $5 less. When it first came out, it was like $10, $15. I thought it was ridiculous. Japanese is much cheaper. They have a little different way of doing pre-orders and stuff, like in a very cheap way. So the only thing that's really expensive is the shipping, but don't worry about it. Like, always get EMS, best way, because you get it in 5 days or 5 days or so, and it's accurate. You get the tracking number and everything. Always put tracking on your mail.
Alright, awesome. And anything else you want to just say to people out there?
Image to victory, I am Vanguard.
There you go. And like I always say, guys, I'm not the best buddy fighter or Vanguard fighter in the world, but I'm alright though. Alright guys, catch you guys next time.